What if I told you that right now you are living under invisible contracts you never signed, yet they dictate your health, your money, and your love life? I'm not talking about legal papers or written agreements. I'm talking about unconscious vows, silent promises you made to yourself years ago, often in moments of pain, fear, or anger. Promises like, "I'll never be like them," or "I'll never let anyone hurt me again." These hidden vows may have felt like protection at the time, but today they might be the very walls keeping you from the abundance, love, and freedom you deeply desire. Think about this for a moment. How many times have you caught yourself repeating patterns you swore you'd never repeat? Maybe you promised yourself you'd never struggle financially like your parents did. And yet, money slips away from you in unexpected ways. Maybe you told yourself you'd never accept toxic love like the relationships you once saw. And yet, you keep attracting the same kind of partners, just in different bodies. Maybe you swore to yourself you'd never be weak, and now your health is silently carrying the weight of that vow. What if the very thing you thought was protecting you has become your prison? You see, unconscious vows are like invisible contracts etched into your subconscious mind. They run quietly in the background, shaping every decision, every emotion, every action. And the scariest part? You may not even know they exist. But once you become aware of them, everything changes. You gain the power to release them, rewrite them, and finally align your life with freedom, abundance, and love. I remember working with someone who had carried a vow since childhood. They had witnessed their parents argue constantly about money, and as a little child, they clenched their fists and thought, "I will never depend on money. Money destroys families." That vow became their invisible contract. As an adult, no matter how much money flowed in, it would disappear. Opportunities would collapse. Unexpected expenses would rise. It was as if life itself was honoring that childhood contract. But here's where the magic happened. When they uncovered this vow, released it through deep healing, and replaced it with a new conscious agreement, money is safe, money is love, money supports me, their life shifted almost instantly. Opportunities stabilized, finances grew, and for the first time, peace replaced the chaos. Now let me ask you, what vows are hiding inside you? Have you promised yourself in anger to never trust again? Have you vowed in sadness that love always leads to pain? Have you sworn in fear that success comes with betrayal? These contracts don't just shape your experiences, they magnetize them. The law of attraction works through the lens of these subconscious promises. If you keep attracting the same kind of pain, it's not because you're cursed, it's because an old vow is still playing its role, still pulling in situations to prove itself right. In my previous video, we explored how your thoughts secretly shape every relationship. That video opened the door to recognizing how your mind silently influences your outer world. Today, we're going even deeper. Because beneath the thoughts are the vows, the agreements that have been running your life story without your permission. And once you see them, once you bring them into the light, you'll realize you don't have to be bound by them anymore. Imagine this with me for a second. Picture your subconscious mind like a giant filing cabinet. Inside it are folders labeled with the vows you made. I'll never rely on anyone. I'll never let my guard down. I'll never show weakness. Every time life presents an opportunity for love, success, or health, your subconscious checks the contract. And if the opportunity goes against the vow, it shuts the door. Not because it hates you, but because it's protecting you based on the belief you programmed long ago. But here's the truth. You are not that child anymore. You are not that broken-hearted version of you who made that vow. You are bigger, you are wiser, you are powerful, and you have the right to renegotiate every contract in your life. So let's pause here and feel into this. Can you sense one vow that might still be active inside you? Maybe a sentence that comes up when things get tough, like, "Nothing ever works out for me," or "I don't deserve better," or "I'll always be alone." Just bringing that awareness is the first step, because the moment you shine light on an invisible contract, it starts to lose its power. And here's where healing comes in. When you use tools like Ho'oponopono, forgiveness, or subconscious reprogramming, you're not just thinking positively, you're actually dissolving those vows at their root. You're rewriting the contract. You're saying, "Thank you for protecting me when I was younger, but I release this now. I choose freedom. I choose love. I choose abundance." And when you do this, your energy shifts, your vibration rises, and life has no choice but to mirror back the new agreement. The law of attraction isn't about wishing harder. It's about alignment. And alignment means clearing the old vows that say you can't have what you desire. The moment you release them, manifestation flows in ways that will astonish you. And let me be honest with you, this is exactly what we do in our healing sessions. Whether it's in group sessions or one-on-one personalized healing, we go deep into these hidden promises, find them, heal them, and release them. I've seen people transform their finances, restore their health, and attract the kind of love they thought they could never have, simply because they broke free from an invisible contract. If you feel called to experience this kind of transformation, I invite you to join my WhatsApp community. From there, you can contact me directly for details about enrolling in the Healer Certification course, group healing, or personalized one-on-one sessions. Healing these deep-rooted emotions is not just about feeling better. It's about rewriting your destiny. I want you to really imagine the freedom that comes when you're no longer living by a vow you didn't consciously choose. Imagine money flowing in without fear. Imagine health blossoming without the weight of old promises. Imagine love entering your life without the guardrails of pain. This isn't a dream. This is the life that awaits when you step into your power and release the old contracts. But here's the question I'll leave you with tonight. If you knew that one invisible vow was the only thing standing between you and the life you want, would you be willing to let it go? Would you be willing to rewrite your story? Because the truth is, your story is not set in stone. Your subconscious agreements can be torn up, rewritten, and reborn. And when you do this, you stop repeating the past and start creating the future. So stay with me in this journey. Watch this again if you need to. Share it with someone who you know is trapped in their own vows. And most importantly, begin to ask yourself, what vows am I ready to release today? Because once you release them, abundance, love, and freedom will no longer be out of reach. They will be your natural state. And that, my friend, is the power of healing the invisible contracts you never knew you signed.